Hey guys, it's Duff McKagan. I've got some fan questions here on my phone. I'm going to read them and do my best to answer them. So the first question, Oliver, I think it's Geilhart. What's the biggest difference for you personally if you compare the GNR tour with your recent Lighthouse tour, which was amazing, by the way, Oliver says. Thank you, Oliver. Biggest difference. I mean, on stage, there's no real difference. I think if you're a player and you mean what you're doing, that time of connectivity with an audience remains the same, whether it's the Lighthouse tour or Guns. I sing a bunch on Guns too, so it's not like I have to do any more or less vocal warm-ups for either one. Lighthouse tour, I love playing the small theaters and stuff I got to play. It's super, super cool and different. But other than that, I have a really good band for my Lighthouse band, and I got a really, really good band for Guns N' Roses. So I'm in high cotton, as they say in America. Okay, I got another question. Hold on. Mateo, probably, Ramirez. Hello, Duff. How do you prepare yourself mentally and physically for live performances? Yeah. Well, I'd love to say I just walk on stage and it all just happens, but there is a lot of preparation. For me, a lot of the physical preparation is going to the gym every day, stretching. And when I do my workouts, I do kind of my mental work to strengthen, get myself in the right place. When you travel around a bunch, like right now we're in Thailand, and if you start thinking about where you're going next and where you've just been, it can get a bit overwhelming. So for me, it's very important to kind of stay chill and calm mentally, and that helps me on stage as well. And a lot of you know that well documented, I've written about it, that I've suffered panic attacks since I was 16. So keeping those away and at bay is a main focus of mine, and it's been working really well in the last bunch of years, so that's cool. But a lot of preparation for just while on tour and off tour, really. And I play a lot, and we rehearse for, whether it's Guns or my Lighthouse thing, we rehearse a lot. And so by the time you go on stage, you should be muscle memory and not having to think too much while you're playing. Okay, that's a long answer. Sorry. Okay, Bettina Correa. How necessary was it for you to create an album like Tenderness in a world where it's sometimes difficult to speak from vulnerability and feelings? Well, I think I may have done that record in spite of that, in spite of what I was seeing in the world and what we kind of see on social media and in the news, which is there's every news station in America, it's like a divided thing. This one's the conservative one, this one's the liberal one. And it's a lot. They all have their talking points, and it's all very loud and very, very, very yelly. Everybody's yelling at each other, and it seems like everybody's yelling at each other on social media. And you hear about more stuff like crime and people being shitty because it gets amplified, I think, on social media. I don't know if things have really changed that much. You just hear about the bad stuff more instead of the good stuff. So I wrote a record kind of about the fucking good stuff. And that's how Tenderness came about. And, okay, well, this is Duff McKagan, Argentina. The question is from Duff McKagan, Argentina, an Instagram site that they find pictures of me and Susan and my family. I don't know where they find them, but pictures of me when I was a kid, opening presents with my brother. I'm like 4 years old. I'm like, I've never seen this picture before. But they ask, Tenderness spoke of empathy and healing in difficult times. Do you feel the album message is still relevant today? Of course. I think that kind of stuff, empathy, healing, well, I mean, those have been around since the beginning of mankind. And so I don't think my little record in 2019, I said it and now it's over. No, it's still there for me. Sam Winton, what's your dressing room diva request on tour? Yeah, what is my dressing room diva? I mean, it's really nothing. It's really not that badass, I have bananas and lemons. I try to get some sort of protein bar with low sugar. That's maybe a little diva-ish. I will not eat the ones full of sugar. So that I can have something to eat when I'm on stage and then when we're traveling too. I don't really have a ton of stuff on there. I have dark roast coffee. And if it's medium roast, I will not take it. I will not drink it. I will not take it with me. If it's dark roast, it goes in my bag and travels with me. That's it. No big deal. Okay, Fotini Drakau. And I hope I say your name right. If I don't, Fotini Drakau. That's what I'm going to say your name is. Is there a song on Tenderness that still hits you emotionally every time you revisit or perform it? Yeah, I mean, Don't Look Behind You is, and the song Tenderness itself still, it seems to be one that the crowds that I have kind of surround around. I mean, it is an emotional record at times, Feel was a song about friends of mine I'd lost, and, a lot of musicians, and so we've all lost them. So, yeah, but every time I perform those songs live, it's the same emotion. It doesn't kind of drift off. Thanks for the question. And then Fabrizio Angelino. Cool name, by the way. What's your favorite song to play that you never played live? From GNR or VR or solo? What's your favorite song to play that you've never played live? Now, you're saying that I've played? The question's a little odd. What's my favorite song I've recorded, maybe, that I never play live? Perhaps it's that. I mean, we're not playing Guns. We play Slither, but I mean, there's some cool ass Velvet Revolver songs. There's some cool Loaded songs. I haven't played for a long time, but I have played them. I don't think there's a recorded song that I can think of that I haven't played live that I wish we did. So, interesting question. Hannah Tremaine asks, do you have any plans to release a live album for Lighthouse like you did with Tenderness? I think we recorded the Live in London show. We recorded every show out there because you can do that these days. A lot easier than you used to be able to. Is there a plan for a live record? I'm sure at some point. Because we had so many cool other songs that weren't on Lighthouse or Tenderness, like the Clash song and Heroes Live, David Bowie's Heroes with Steve Jones from London was super cool. So probably. Brad Cox asks me, what is my exercise diet regime? Well, okay. I'll go exactly. I wake up, I have a glass of lemon water. I drink very strong coffee after that. I have a banana. I drink another glass of lemon water after that. That's my morning. Then I go to the gym. And depending on what I do 30 minutes of hard cardio, and then I do lifting and push-ups and and I stretch. And stretching is a big, huge part of what you should do, especially once you hit, like, I don't know, 40 or something like that. You should start stretching. I do, and it helps. I drink a lot of water. I eat clean food, even on the road. You can always just get like a piece of turkey or, something somewhere, and some lettuce. Make yourself I've made myself salads with like lettuce and mustard, if you have to. I've been on some highfalutin tours. I'm staying in a really nice hotel room now. I've been on some tours and this is all in the last 15 years, like where I'm in a van and you got like a little cooler with some turkey meat in it and mustard and maybe a head of lettuce, and there's your food, which is fine, totally fine. Just make it, good food. And I try to sleep as much as I can. It's important to me. That's it. There you go. Good luck. And then, this name, next name, Desislava Panayotova. What is your favorite thing while being on the road touring with GNR? My favorite thing? Oh boy, what is my favorite? That's a great question. My favorite thing is whether it's GNR or whoever, I love traveling and seeing places. I try to get out a bunch, and I'm a history fanatic, so I read a lot about places in the world. I love American history, but British history's amazing. Turkish history, Greek history, parts of Asia and the rest of the world is fascinating. So I read about this stuff and I go and try to see some of it. So that's probably my favorite part. I love to play gigs too, but this is from Guy Shankland. Okay, I'm going to say it. This is from Guy Shankland. How excited are you to be sharing a stage with the Sex Pistols? Great question. This version of the Sex Pistols is fucking awesome, by the way. I got to see them in London with Frank Turner singing. No, I'm really looking forward to it. I'm really, really become really good friends with Steve Jones and Paul Cook over the past 30 years or something. And I love those guys, and I love that they're out playing a bunch of shows and that they're playing a couple shows with us. It's dreamland. Like when I get bands like Killing Joke playing with us, or Sex Pistols, bands that really formed me, or Motorhead, that are playing with us, it's like a dream come true. So yeah, it's cool. Alfie Hooten, favorite Guns N' Roses song to play live, and what's Axl's and Slash's if you know them? LOL. What's my favorite? It varies nightly. Like, I don't know. Once in a while, like we'll peel off something like Michelle, right? We don't play it all the time. So when songs are fresh like that, like the other night we played New Rose. We haven't done that for By the Dam, a song I sing, and it was on Spaghetti Incident. We hadn't played it in a long time. So that was really, really fun to play because it was just super fresh. It's the songs that Axl will pick. Like, you guys want to play Dead Horse? Cool, we haven't played it for a long time. So that's always fun. We know them all. We rehearse a lot. Axl and Slash's favorite songs? I don't know. I couldn't tell you. I think probably right now Slash, we have this blues thing for Slash's solo, and it's super fun. And Slash found the piece that we're doing, and he really digs in, and I have a sense that that's maybe one of his favorite things to do. Axl, I think he just likes it all. He has such a good time on stage. I don't know what his favorite song to play is, but thanks for the question. Tresso T. Tobor. This question is from you. How did you prepare physically and mentally for this tour? I think I've already answered that one. Yeah? Sorry, bud. Refer to the other guy. Derek David, congratulations to Isaac on joining GNR. Have you known him for long, Duff? I have known Isaac since he was in his first band called Loudermilk. They were in high school. They're from Washington State, so not far from Seattle. And I'd heard about the band. They got signed to American Records, like Def Jam, basically, Rick Rubin's label. And they made a record, and they were like 18 years old. I think I met Isaac when he was 19. And I loved his band, Loudermilk. A few years later, like 9 years later, I needed a drummer for Loaded, and Isaac's name came up. He was coming through somewhere I was at. And he came and we played together. And I'm like, I have this tour. Will you want to do it? And he was in. Then he and I made the Taking record. He and I wrote a lot of songs for that record together in his garage. And I wrote a lot of my book, believe it or not. He had this couch in his garage that was really old, and it would hurt my back. And it's where I found I could write my darker sections of my book better because I was in physical pain. So I'd actually come over to his house and just to use his garage and that couch to write. So I've known him for a long time, I guess, you think about it, 25 years. And it's great to have him in the band. It's fucking awesome. Okay, so this name is So Rob Brownstone. Is that your real name? What does Isaac bring to the band that might have been missing before? I'll tell you what Isaac brings to the band. No commentary on Frank because Frank's a lovely guy, and Isaac has got this ability though to swing and groove that only few drummers have. Steven had it as well, Steven Adler, and Matt is a great, solid drummer with amazing fills, and Matt's amazing. They're both amazing drummers. And Isaac somehow blends both of those two guys and adds his own thing. So he adds a new sort of excitement to the songs. It's the groove and swing of the songs right now with Isaac is super impressive and super fun. This question is from Gergana Ivanova. Do you have time to visit some of the local historic and cultural sites of interest? I do. I have time, and I do it. Last time I was here in Thailand, in Bangkok, I went and saw the king had died, and the whole country was in mourning. There was black, like billboards and everything was black, like sashes across everything, the hotel, every place you went. And the country was in mourning for a year. Our band got to play for some reason. They usually cut out, I guess, entertainment and everything for that year. But when we were here, Susan and I got to go to where the king was laying in state. And there was tens of thousands of people there in this long line, and we got to go. And it was this famous temple here in Bangkok. And so we got to see the temple. We got to experience seeing a world leader lying in state and all that kind of stuff. But I try in Istanbul, I'm going to stay an extra day or two to go do some things with my historian friend Dan Jones, who's coming to Istanbul. He came to Tel Aviv a couple years ago, and we went up to Accra and went to the Templar tunnels. I do a bunch of nerdy shit. And Susan and I watch all the nerdy shows on what to do in blah, blah city. And we make notes and do them.